Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pasta la Vista. In today's episode, we're going to be going over how to make the Italian classic lasagna, or as the Italians say, lasagne. So first, we're going to go over the ingredients that you're going to need to make your lasagna. First things first, you're going to need your lasagna pasta, flat sheets of pasta for lasagna. Next, you are going to need flour, butter, milk, and salt. These are going to be the components to your bechamel, which is the white creamy sauce that can be found within your lasagna. You can also buy it in the store. This is what it looks like in Italy. I don't know what it looks like in America, but you buy it in the store. Next, we will go over the components that you need for your ragu sauce. So, ragu sauce is what many Americans know as bolognese sauce. It's pretty much just meat and tomato sauce. We're going to show you the most authentic way to make this sauce within reason. I think ideally it takes something around 3 hours to fully create an authentic ragu. We're going to show you how to make it in a reasonable amount of time because no one wants to spend 5 hours making lasagna. So you are going to need some pancetta. Pre-cubed is fine. You are also going to need some ground beef and ground pork. You will also need some carrots. You will need one yellow onion. And you will need some celery. You will also need some white wine. This is white cooking wine. You can use whatever white wine you want to use. Salt, pepper. You're going to need some tomato sauce. And then you're going to need some olive oil to cook it in. And some Parmesan to top your lasagna and to put in between the layers. Okay, as far as utensils go for this, you're going to need a large pan to make your ragu in. You're going to need 2 medium pots to make your bechamel in. And then you are going to need a tray to create your lasagna and put it in the oven. Also, you're going to need a knife and a cutting board. Okay, that covers the ingredients and the utensils that you're going to need to create your lasagna. Next thing we are going to do is get started on this ragu sauce. Should I peel this carrot real quick? I don't know how much 50 grams is. Do you? Here, I got an idea. Carrot, about 61 grams. So, first thing first, we're going to chop this carrot. First steps to creating a ragu sauce is going to be to chop your vegetables. We're going to start by chopping this carrot. Okay, chop motherfucking carrot. One pro tip is that you can use the large side of a box cheese grater and it'll give you pretty nice results. You just got to run it through once with a knife. Alright, so we're going to chop this onion. Okay, well, we have our onion chopped up. Next thing we're going to do is thinly chop our celery. Be sure to thoroughly wash your stalk of celery because the way celery is, if you're getting one of the whole ones, you have to peel it off. It's going to be really dirty on the inside. Cut off this little thingy. You're going to want really thin slices of the celery. The best way to go about it is to cut it down the middle long ways and then to thinly slice each individual side, like so. And there you have it. We have our chopped carrot, our chopped celery, and our chopped onion. Make sure you have 50 grams of each. Next thing we're going to do is move on to the ragu. Oh, that's why you're all here. The humor.
Oh, it rhymes.
Jesus Christ. First step with the ragu, oil in the pan. Use however much you think you need. All right, you're gonna get your oil heated up to medium low. Once it gets nice and warm, we're gonna add our vegetables. And we're going to throw it in the hot oil and mix it up until the oil is completely absorbed. Okay, so our oil is absorbed. So next we are going to add 500 grams of beef, 250 grams of pork, and then your pancetta. Alright, you can see all of the liquid coming from the meat, and that is going to be what we're trying to cook out. Okay, as you can see, there's not much juice left, so what we're going to do is we're going to add our white wine. And you're going to stir and mix this until the white wine is completely evaporated. Alright, so most of our white wine is cooked away, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 250 grams of tomato sauce. You're going to mix this in, and once it seems like this has completely mixed and most of the liquid has evaporated, we're going to add 1 cup of water. Alright, so it's completely mixed with the tomato sauce. We're going to add our water. We're just going to add a cup, let it cook off. Probably add 1 more cup after that. Now we are going to add the milk. You just want to add a little bit. You want to mix it in and let it cook off. And while that is happening, you can salt and pepper this. So when this is all done and seasoned, we're going to turn it off, set it to the side, and we're going to start on our bechamel. Okay, so our meat sauce is finished. And what we're going to do is we're going to get 100 grams of butter melting in this pot. And once it's completely melted, we're going to add 100 grams of flour. While this butter is melting, we have our milk simmering in a separate pot. Alright, so our butter is melted. Next, we're going to add 100 grams of flour to our butter. We have this device here, but you can just add it straight from the bag if you do not have something similar to this. Alright, so our butter and flour are mixed together. Our milk is nice and steaming. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our hot milk to our butter and flour mixture. And we're going to mix it together until it forms a nice homogeneous sauce. So once your bechamel reaches this consistency, you're going to want to add a little bit of salt. Okay, our bechamel and our ragu are ready, so it is time to assemble our lasagna. What you are going to need is your lasagna pasta, your Parmesan cheese, your ragu, and your bechamel.
The other way.
Mix those up. Okay, you're also going to need some sort of spoon to mix them up with. And so what we're going to do, we're going to start with a little bit of bechamel. So get your tray ready. Get a little bit of bechamel on there. Creamy. You're going to mix it up. Spread it out on the bottom of your tray so that your lasagna sticks. Once you get a nice layer of bechamel in your tray, we're going to start layering our lasagna pasta. Pretty much 2 pieces per tray in this tray. Next, what we're going to do is add our ragu. Okay, so once you get a nice layer of your ragu sauce, you're going to add a small layer of Parmesan cheese. We have this fancy Parmesan cheese device, but once you get a nice little layer of Parmesan cheese, you're going to add another layer of bechamel. This is going to be thicker than your layer on the bottom. While you are assembling your lasagna, you are going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and 180 degrees Celsius, baby. Once you have a nice layer of bechamel, like so, what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 more pieces of lasagna pasta. And then you're going to rinse and repeat this process until your lasagna is to the top of your tray. We have assembled our lasagna. Make sure your last layer is a layer of pasta, followed by a layer of ragu, followed by a layer of Parmesan. It is going to get you the best tasting lasagna you've ever motherfucking tasted, you stupid bitch. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our lasagna in our oven that has been preheating during the assembly process. We're gonna put it in there for 20 to 25 minutes. Be sure to eyeball this to make sure it doesn't burn or overcook. Your oven may be a little stronger or a little weaker, so it may call for a longer or shorter cooking period.
If you drop it.
Lasagna today.
20 minutes later.
We've taken our lasagna out of the oven. It's looking pretty
good.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna let this cool off for about 20 minutes, maybe 15, and then we're gonna cut into it and see how it looks. Our lasagna has cooled down. Now we are going to take out a piece and see what we have created. Okay. It's looking really good. Smelling really good. That is awesome. Alright, so we hope that your lasagna turned out similar to this. Hopefully better even. I don't know if that's possible because we make the best shit, but really hope it turned out well. If you have any questions or anything, put them down in the comment sections below. As always, thank you for watching, and pasta la vista, baby. We're not professionals.